I'm Brother Mwamba, children of God. Today I would like to tell you the importance of the character that you have. You know, when you carry the character of Jesus Christ, who is peace, Christ, who brings, the grace, the love, the mercy, and forgiveness to every place that he appears. If you carry that grace, you carry the spirit and character of love, wherever you go, that is the mood that environment shall take. The Bible in the book of Genesis talks about how, the world was formless or meaningless. But as the Spirit of the Lord hovered around it, God started to speak His words. In short, God started to bring out His character onto a formless environment. You might be in a house or a home or a family where there's no peace. You might always find yourself in a bedroom or any room where most of the times, it's criticism, it's bickering, it's conflict, quarrel, and the like. But, when you look at yourself, when you see yourself, and cross-examine yourself, you come to realize that what you are, shall affect the rooms that you have. For children in the house, you find that most of the times when children are growing up, there's a lot of quarreling in the bedrooms. The parents will come and say, stop fighting, stop this and the like. It's equally the same in the main bedroom. When you always find yourself and your husband or your wife quarreling, it's important for you to check your room. The issue is not the bedroom that you are in. Because sometimes you say, I don't like to be here because every time I don't find peace, I don't find this and that. What determines the mood of the environment is you. God determines the mood of a formless world. And whatever He created, He said it is good, it is good. And when He reached the level of creating a woman, He said it is very good. So it doesn't matter, the crisis you've been having in your house. Start to pray that the Lord gives you His character, the character of Christ, the character of tolerance, accommodation, peace, the character, of forgiving one another, a character in short where love is the foundation and love is the backbone, of the family. That's how come a family that quarrels, a husband and wife who quarrels, shall start to conform to the pattern of the character of Jesus Christ. So every time you quarrel, I'm not saying that, quarreling is, having differences is wrong. Sometimes differences can sharpen you. The Bible says iron sharpens iron, which is very, very important. But, an issue where you don't have peace at home, is a situation where God is telling you that there is something wrong, not in the house or the home you are living in, but in the characters, you and other people that you are found with. So may the spirit and character of Jesus Christ take full dominion, not the jobs, not the education, because sometimes we quarrel, trying to belittle our friends. If I'm a husband who's got degrees and I differ with my friend, my wife, I always say, me, I'm educated, whatever, trying to demean her. But that will never bring peace in the house. It is the Spirit of Christ that brings peace. Because the Spirit of Christ lifts one person, who is down. It does not degrade or bring pride. The Spirit of Jesus Christ accepts, some things so that peace may reign. We have to reach a level where, we behave like Christ. Though Christ was so powerful and mighty, yet when it was time for Him to be judged on earth, most of the times the Bible says He used to be quiet. He remained quiet just so that the will of His Father could be done. There is a will that God wants to do in your life. And, that will doesn't always involve you being cheered. Sometimes it involves you being ridiculed. It involves you being put down, being humiliated, But when you know that you carry the Spirit of God, and you know that when you humble yourself, the Lord shall lift you up. You shall, surely be lifted up. So as husbands, let us not always say I'm the head of the house. When you are really the head of the house, the head of your family, then tragedy is ahead. Tragedy shall be inevitable. But when you put Christ to be the head of your family, and you, the father, being the steward of that family, surely you shall succeed. Because as, you face problems, you always inquire from Jesus Christ. You say, Jesus, I'm having these problems. My Lord, I need you to help me. My wife, my children are wayward. Which way should I go to? And the Lord shall be able to direct you. And as God directs you, you shall truly become the real inspiration to your wife. Your wife shall find herself secure in you, and your children shall really find, protection and security in you. Not a situation where you use, the iron fist just to control your family. Let that not be the will of the Lord. Remember that when there is food at home, it is because your character has chosen to provide food. And whenever there is no food at home, whenever there are no fees to be paid at school, it is the decisions that you make. So may the ultimate decider in your family be Jesus, and you, the steward of that family. The Lord bless you. I'm Brother Mwamba, and thank you for watching.